Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to explain features and specifications of M5 Mac Mini in details. Apple is preparing to redefine desktop computing with the arrival of the M5 Mac Mini, the next-generation powerhouse set to build on the legacy of the M1, M2, and M4 chip models. The Mac Mini has always been a favorite among users who want strong performance in a compact form, and the M5 iteration promises to take that reputation even further. With Apple's silicon technology evolving rapidly, the M5 Mac Mini is poised to be a game-changer for creative professionals, developers, and everyday users alike. In this deep dive, we'll explore everything there is to know about the Apple M5 Mac Mini, including rumored specs, potential performance enhancements, expected release date, pricing strategies, and comparisons with previous models. We'll also cover what makes the Mac Mini a top pick for tech enthusiasts in 2025 and how it could potentially rival even the Mac Studio in terms of features and performance. Whether you're an Apple fan eagerly waiting for the next desktop upgrade or someone considering switching from Windows to Mac OS, this 8,000-word guide will provide the clarity and context you need to understand what the M5 Mac Mini might bring to the table. A brief history of the Mac Mini. Since its introduction in 2005, the Mac Mini has undergone several transformations. Initially designed as a budget-friendly entry point into the Mac ecosystem, the Mac Mini steadily evolved into a versatile and capable desktop machine. It wasn't until Apple introduced the M1 chip in 2020 that the Mac Mini truly began to shine. The M1 Mac Mini stunned the tech world with its performance-to-price ratio, outperforming many Intel-powered desktops while consuming less energy. This success paved the way for its successors, the M2 and M4 Mac Mini, which build upon this success by offering increased RAM, GPU cores, and improved I/O. The M4 Mac Mini's redesigned chassis finally broke away from the bulky design that had defined earlier generations. With a sleek, compact enclosure that mimicked the aesthetics of the Mac Studio, the M4 version featured a 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU, and 16 GB RAM-based variant, all at a $599 price point. Despite the rapid pace of updates, Apple skipped an M3 version of the Mac Mini, jumping directly to the M4. This unusual move has sparked speculation that Apple is streamlining its desktop lineup and saving major architectural upgrades for the most impactful chips, like the M5 chip. What we know about the Apple M5 chip. The centerpiece of the upcoming Mac Mini is expected to be the M5 chip, a next-generation Apple Silicon SoC designed with improved efficiency, AI acceleration, and graphical power. Built on a refined 3 nanometers or possibly 2 nanometers process, the M5 chip is likely to focus on delivering greater performance per watt. Key improvements rumored for the M5 Apple Silicon chip include 12-core GPU for the base M5 model, a jump from the 10-core GPU in the M4. Faster neural engine, optimized for on-device AI computation. New ML and vision frameworks to support macOS AI features. Potential boost in performance cores from 6 to 8 in the Pro variant. Apple is also expected to enhance memory bandwidth and integrate support for faster unified memory configurations. While the base M5 might start with 16 GB RAM, the M5 Pro Mac Mini could launch with 24 GB or even 32 GB RAM for power users. Thunderbolt 5 support, improved energy efficiency, and new display output capabilities may also be part of the M5 chip feature set, particularly if Apple is planning to push the Mac Mini closer to Mac Studio level performance. Release date and availability predictions. Apple's Mac Mini release timeline has never been entirely predictable. After launching the M1 Mac Mini in 2020 and the M2 version in 2023, Apple surprised fans by skipping the M3 and releasing the M4 variant in 2024. As of mid-2025, industry insiders suggest that production of the M5 chip has already started, with a possible Mac Mini release around November 2025. If there are delays, the device could slip into early 2026, potentially January or February. This timing aligns with Apple's increasing focus on desktop refresh cycles and might coincide with macOS Sequoia or its successor, adding another layer of optimization to the new desktop. Design, ports, and build quality approximate 700 words. While no major external design changes are confirmed, the M5 Mac Mini could feature a thinner chassis and better thermal management. Apple is also rumored to be working on silent cooling systems that could reduce fan noise even under load. Expected I/O ports include 4x Thunderbolt 5, USB-C, 1x HDMI 2.1, 2x USB-A, 1x Ethernet, 3.5 mm headphone jack. Apple may also relocate the power button from underneath the device to a more user-friendly spot. One of the few common complaints about the M4 design: pricing strategy and variance. Apple will likely retain the $599 starting price for the base M5 Mac Mini to remain competitive. However, higher configurations, especially the M5 Pro variant, could start around $1,299 to $1,499, depending on RAM and SSD upgrades. There's also speculation that Apple may introduce a third-tier M5 Mac Mini to bridge the gap between Mac Mini and Mac Studio. Who should buy the M5 Mac Mini? The M5 Mac Mini is expected to cater to a wide audience, including developers looking for macOS power on a budget, content creators needing more GPU power for video rendering and editing, home office users who want a compact, silent, yet powerful desktop, gamers taking advantage of Apple's growing focus on game ports and Apple Arcade, for users upgrading from Intel Macs or even M1-based machines. The M5 Mac Mini could offer a substantial leap in real-world performance and future-proofing. Future of the Mac Mini lineup. With each Apple Silicon generation, the Mac Mini becomes more competitive, even against much larger desktops. The M5 model may blur the line between Mini and Studio, signaling a potential convergence in Apple's desktop strategy. Apple could potentially offer modular accessories for the Mac Mini, magnetic docks, GPU enclosures, Pro Display compatibility, enhanced continuity features with iPad and iPhone via a macOS Sequoia. If the M5 Mac Mini continues this trend, it may evolve into a desktop hub for the Apple ecosystem, especially for users who prioritize flexibility and performance. Conclusion: the M5 Mac Mini represents the next evolutionary step in Apple's desktop lineup. With its expected blend of Apple's Silicon M5 performance, advanced I/O, and modern design, it could be the go-to option for users seeking a balance between power, portability, and price. While nothing is officially confirmed yet, all signs point to Apple continuing its innovation streak, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in a compact desktop. The M5 Mac Mini could be the most compelling reason yet for users to switch to macOS or upgrade from older models. If Apple stays true to its current timeline, we won't have to wait long to see this tiny powerhouse desktop hit the market. Stay tuned and subscribe for more Apple news, M5 Mac Mini leaks, and performance breakdowns as soon as they're available.